Hi guys, welcome to the stream. We're going to be doing more any percent runs JQ today on the PAL version, of course. Just going to be starting with the warm-up run, and then we're going to see if we can get some better runs after that. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into this. So we have a personal best now that we can aspire to beat. Of 1:16:51, I think. But it was a pretty rough run in a few places. I think that time can easily be improved, and that's what we're hoping to do today. There were a few mistakes with our routing. Notably, we messed up a bit in the shop. The second half of the run's a little bit sketchy for us at the minute. So that's what we're going to be focusing on improving. As well as going into the menu more times than we really needed to. So I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself for this first run since I am warming up. And as my analog was on. That could have gone disastrously wrong. Why you need the warm-up run. I didn't turn that on there. I would have tried to start moving and it would have thought that our analog input was digital, and that would have gone very... Well, we wouldn't have been moving correctly is what I'm going to say there.
Rick Hess has run away, has he? He's run off, you know.
Yeah, I think we can easily cut off a fair few minutes off our time. If nothing else, just a nice Tuturis fight will save us time. I know I'd spent a bit of time sat there thinking.
Run away, will you?
Yeah, getting minion dodges down, going into the menu only as we need to, and not messing up the shop is what we'd like to achieve today. Not going to be too upset if we have a few runs die to Kiki Nat crits or a bad Mardrag. I don't think it's any faster to run along the top there, but it is what it is. Started running slightly slower than necessary. Not necessary. I could have started running sooner. Alright, getting murdered by the Dream Man. Classic start to any run. Lose the fight. I'm not sure why they decided to do this, but the Dream Man's internal stats are actually different from Chosen One's, even though they're obviously the same character. They're actually distinct in the game's code. It makes sense to do that for, you know, the level, but I don't know why it's outright a different character, you know? I don't know if that's just a consequence of the programming. I would assume it is. But they gave them... I would have thought they'd just copy and paste the base stats, but apparently not. Alright, first guaranteed death done. I'm hoping that as it gets later today it's going to cool down a little bit because it is incredibly hot here. And that's not going to help with my hand sweating. There we go. Let's get our village attacked. I could also go faster by just using a turbo control, which I believe is permitted in this category. And that would make going through text logs a bit faster, but I'm being a bit of a purist. So, to be fair, if I was being that extreme of a purist, I'd be playing on a physical console, rather than emulating. Try and protect the village again. Yeah, what we want to improve on is the minion dodges that start like that Patimel that I always get hit by. And by that Patimel I mean both Patimels because I suck at dodging them. And the early wrong warps to try and get them in one try. I doubt I will, especially in this warm-up run, but I'm getting pretty consistent at the Spider Forest wrong warp, which is helpful because it's the only wrong warp you have to do twice. But then it also makes sense that that's the one that we're getting decent at, since you have to do it twice as much as the others successfully per run. Yes, I also didn't know that during the Shulia strat we don't need to use Mardreg's special attack. Provided the Shulia is on low enough health, we can just use a regular attack, and then we won't need to buy liquor early on. So I was using that to restore the mana of the Mardreg. So that's like a clear optimization we can make as well. There's quite a lot of little optimizations we can do. They each save a bit of time, but combined, they should cut off a lot of minutes. I do kind of want to find out the exact difference between the general speed of this game on the PAL version versus the NTSC. And I get a run up that someone's done on NTSC and just do a side-by-side comparison so I can actually see how much time is being lost. I would like to have an idea of the conversion rate between the two versions. There you go. We will be continuing to do some more challenge runs as well. That won't be today. Current plan is to do that tomorrow. We're going to be doing a Patimel only run. Not just one Patimel, we'll have more than one, but we'll see if the game's doable with just Patimels, given their terrible stats. Strictly worse than Arpatron, strictly worse than Mardreg. They have very little health and very little defense. As long as we don't get a repeat of Arkashidra luck with the no elemental run, I have hope that that will be possible. Really, it shouldn't be too hard, since you still get the elemental damage boost against Tuturis. Delphinel might once again be the hard fight of that run. It also won't be every boss, we'll just do a more standard run but with Patimels.
According to tradition, I hereby
So it'll be a 4-hour marathon again to watch.
You're bright from this day forward.
It's difficult to focus for that long on a single run, 4 hours. I have mad respect for the people who are willing to speedrun games that take hours to do one run. Like any JRPG, just any game that takes over 4 hours, really. It is hard to pay attention for that long. There's a lot more to think about and remember. Alright. Take that on a Patimel. Hopefully no blocks by Levant at any point during these two fights. The only time you don't want Levant to be blocking attacks that hit you. I think if you get a critical hit against minion, that also technically loses some time. I think the animation takes slightly longer to play out and the game takes longer for minion to start his attack. It's a tiny difference, but I do think it is there. Hope I'm not setting myself up for failure with that, just jinxing myself. But we're nearly at the end of this intro sequence, just a couple more minutes. After this we'll be taken to Gry's house, then we'll go to Watchtower and then straight to the barrier gate, where we get our first opportunity to ruin our run. I was hoping we don't get any problems with our internet. Apologies to anyone who's watching the No Elemental run live. At about 3 hours 40 in, my internet dropped, and that just killed the stream. It didn't come back for a fairly long time. I did, of course, manage to upload the VOD, thankfully, because I, of course, take local recordings as well. So it wasn't completely lost. But I would quite like a stream that manages to get all the way to the end without my internet dropping. Or some other technical difficulty ruining things. Alright, off to Gry's house, get our supplies. Oh, it's so hot in here. My room's been about 30 degrees all day, which I'm not accustomed to in the slightest. Right, there we go. I forgot that she had more text boxes. Right, can we get to the Watchtower quickly? Ah, that button, okay. That's going to be useful getting there. I always forget how far down it is, but I can just press that button twice and that gets us there. Right, have we received the key? Got to talk to him again. Always talk to him one too many times, and then I try to compensate for it too much, and it doesn't work. There you go. Lose all the time we gained from menuing a little bit faster. That's fine, we're still on our warm-up. Absolutely prepared for kicking out to crit us and just put us out of our misery immediately. I feel that the run's more likely to die in the first half, but I'm a lot less comfortable in the second half anyway, despite that. Not sure why that is. So I suppose run dies if you fail escapes in the second half, and that's the bit that is worrying, because you can't really... There are a number of fights you can't really dodge, and you just sort of have to accept that if you fail to escape, your run dies or loses so much time that it's functionally dead. You aren't going to be beating your personal best. If you're killed in the Dark Spider Forest, for example. The time loss is too great. Alright. Oh, come on, don't do that. I don't have... Oh my... Oh. Sorry, my arrow key isn't working. Well, this run is dead already, but... My arrow key is not working, that's good to know. We'll fix that before we start the next run. Oh, we need to defend. Whatever. Yeah, why did my arrow key... Yeah, okay, my arrow key's not online. Yeah. Okay, let's fix that now. Sorry, I'm just minimizing my thing so I can... Gonna have to turn off the emulator. Fix. I'll stop the timer because that made a loud noise, didn't it? Fix my inputs. My arrow key decided to die on me. Yeah, I have no idea why that happened. It's very strange. Okay, we'll reboot the game. Try it again. Worked in the menus before we started. Maybe it depends on when we turn our analog on. Did I press it too many times? No idea. That's fine. Good that we found out that was. Good thing we found that out relatively early on for the run. There we go. So currently we can use our arrow keys. Right. Hopefully that remains true. I would quite like the use of my arrow keys when it is important to the setup of the game. I hope that doesn't happen mid-run. That'd be pretty terrible, wouldn't it? Go to the shops and you can't move. Apologies, you guys having to sit through 14 minutes just to find that it wasn't going to play ball anyway. It's really weird. I guess it makes sense because I don't actually press an arrow key up until that point. Like, you can get all the way there without pressing one. But I need an arrow key to be able to menu. With any kind of accuracy. I don't even know if you can menu with the analog stick in this game. Never tried. I move around with an analog stick, I don't use it for
Rick
menuing.
Hetz has run away, has he? He's run off, you know. It's all hearsay. It seems as if it was stolen by a
Well, I'm
naughty
gonna say we're
woman.
still on the warm-up run on account of the fact that
His
just did
son
not
is
work.
still so young. Too young because
Doesn't really
he's
count as a
foolish.
run when we don't do a single
Run
fight.
away, will you?
Yes. One of the changes I want to do actually is I want to, when we enter the beetle forest, if I go past, once we get past chorus, if I go into the next screen and then come back and go forward again, I believe that will make it easier for me to dodge the Patimals. Because the screen scrolls down, doesn't scroll down again. So you can move earlier and that might make it easier to dodge the Patimal. I accidentally nudged the X button a couple times there. Slowed us down. Insignificantly, like less than a second, but... Plenty of warm-up to do. I almost want to check the buttons work to go up and down. But it's a strict time loss to do that at this stage. I can say we already failed on the have a stream without technical difficulties from. That's already not gone so well. Come on, minion, murder us. Do it faster, please. Okay, death one occurred. strange. My headset just disconnected. I swear I'm cursed. The game also froze for a second there. I don't know if that'll, I don't know if everything froze. In terms of like the timer, I don't know if it did. I'll have to catch that on the replay, see if it did, but... just technical difficulties every time I try to stream. I do need to replace this headset. It has been giving me a few problems lately. Sound not coming through right, disconnecting, etc. And whenever it happens, if it happens during a loading screen, it can crash the emulator as well. Which will of course put an end to our run immediately. But that'll happen if I try to do runs online or offline. I prefer to be able to get a run done online, just as they are significantly easier to verify. I mean, you did it live, so the verification process is easier for people. Okay, cool. Skip through the prophesizing. There you go. Lots happened in the past 6 minutes. I've had 2 nightmares, so 2 days have passed. Village has been attacked, and we get married. Because tradition or something. So just shifting in my chair. Louis teleports to the top of the stairs, Marley teleports over to it. I always forget about the last lines of dialogue. Alright. Time for nightmare number 2. I don't have to put anything here now until the dream starts.
Your father was a noble man. Coward. According to tradition, I hereby proclaim your coming of age. Your pride from this day forward.
One thing that is a little bit unfortunate is every time you complete a run, you have to restart the console. Because once you hit the final screen of the game, there's nothing you can do. Well, I think you can save the game then exit, maybe? That might save you doing it, but if you get to the final screen, certainly you definitely can't do anything at that point, and you have to just restart the console. Which means you get to watch the intro sequence for every time we do a run. Bar the first one, because I load up the game and set up the config before. But since we had that technical difficulty with my arrow keys not working, you got to see it anyway. swear sometimes you can press the input for attack and get it processed more quickly than other times. I don't know if that's just... Well, it's almost certainly just my speed of pressing the X button and mashing changing, because it's hard to keep a constant speed doing that. But I feel like sometimes, no matter how quickly you're pressing, it doesn't go through that quickly. He gets the cooler instrument, we're stuck with the ocarina. Which is a cool instrument, but I can't help but prefer the sound of his. I'll live up. Okay, I mean, again, thank God this is a warm-up. Now he lives! You're meant to die on that attack, Levant. My RNG is terrible. I am very unlucky. I haven't even started the game, we've had bad RNG. It's only a couple of seconds, it's fine. We won't stop the run because of it. I dread to think what Tuturis is going to do to us if we continue to have the luck that we have. Hope self-actualization isn't a thing with regards to luck. I don't think it is, but if it is, then I would be terribly affected by it. That being the belief that you have bad luck actually gives you bad luck. I think it's mostly to do with outlook, really. If you believe you have bad luck, then you're more likely to notice unlucky situations, and vice versa. Right, he looks down. Gives us the key, go. Getting better about that menu. Yeah, I don't think skipping that text box instantly actually saves you time necessarily, so long as you've closed it by the time the Louis gets to you. I'll show you the way, but then he takes you one screen. I don't know if we're supposed to believe that a journey has occurred between those two transition screens, but it seems like Louis let us get all the way and then decided that, oh, actually, maybe we don't know the way, even though we're already there. Alright, time to find out if we have arrow key control. If we have the problem again, I will just check immediately. Because I do not want to go through this a third time to find out that we don't have arrow key control. Right. Tell me what's happened. Alright, give us lessons. Okay, we have arrow key control. Good. We have the ability to attempt a run. Yeah, so we must attack him. If you miss an input here, as you saw on that last attempt, if you get an input wrong here, then he just kicks you out. And you have to restart the lesson. You can also get infinite mugworts from him from repeatedly doing the attack and defend instruction. But we just strictly lose time if we do that, so we won't. There are only so many items we need, and there's a plan for those. Alright, there we go. say goodbye. Run past him. Alright, so screen scrolls down this time, which gives the Patimals additional time to move forward, which makes it harder to dodge them. And we need them to be squasps anyway when we leave. So let's give this a go. Decent dodge. I'll take it. Oh, I did not expect that one to be that far forward already. We got one. We got one of two. Okay, now we need to see if we can get these wrong warps first try. It'd be nice if we can. But with the heat, it's making it hard for my hands to respond quickly. That, I think, is actually too early. But we're on the trial run, so may as well. Yeah, it was too early. I think it's a bit more finicky with the PlayStation. Oh, sorry, with the PAL version. You have to be way closer, I think. We're on the trial run. I'm not too fussed about. Or sorry, not the trial run, the warm up. Like, practicing this Patimal dodge is actually more valuable to me than getting the wrong warp, which I know I can do already. Not the most consistent at it, but I know I can do it. So we go. There we go. So that's. Now, if we'd done that first try, we'd be. This would be a good run start. I mean, it's even though we warped out with all the potential time to save, we could still beat my PV, honestly. But we'd have to get all of the other wrong warps pretty quickly. Alright, another Gry story time. Oh, went to the story creation. I wasn't thinking about it. Anyway, done this, press this button once, then press square. There we go. Right, buy 2 of these. Sell Valerian powder. Leave. I should comfortably have time for 2 more runs, provided we don't, like, two complete runs after this one, assuming we get to completion. The pains of having to manage your time. We got wrong warp on the first try, but because we got kicked out of the forest, well, I say first try, without transitioning onto the next screen. Elements wouldn't have switched, so we had to do that again, and that should make it a Mardrake. Had we have just gone it first time and not gone back into the Beetle Forest, then that would have been still a Mardrake. We wouldn't have had to have gone back like that. Yeah, the more practice we get, the more consistent we'll get. Once we've got the route down pat, it's just a matter of tightening up all of our inputs so that we don't make mistakes. And then it'll just be a matter of getting good RNG in combination without messing up. And we should get our time way down. I don't know what I would consider to be the theoretical best time on the PAL. I don't know what I would think it to be. I want to heal now before... Yeah, let's use one of these mugworts. Regular mugworts heal 50 metas to 80. I'm second guessing myself that it was 75, but I'm pretty sure it is indeed 80. If I was paying attention to Levan's health there, I can tell you, but I'm blind. Hitting this Mardrake again puts us at a risk of killing it. We can do 7 to 8 damage per attack, roughly. And it's currently on 8, so I don't really want to have to attack it again. So I would... I think that Mardrake's getting out. Never lucky. I don't know what the capture rate for Mardrake at 8 health is. I don't know what the capture chance is. But I have a feeling it's going to get escaped twice. Why did you do this to me, game? If I hit the Mardrake and it dies, then Run's dead. So we'll try one last time. If it still escapes, we'll hit. There's no way we beat personal best now, by the way. There's not a chance. Oh, okay. I just wanted to dash my hope and then go in the Cocoon. Of course it did. Oh, I meant to go into the menu. I pressed X one too many times. Actually, let's not heal. That's a pointless going into the menu there, but which costs us time again. But warm up is warm up. Is this Heralco? I'd like it to be Heralco. Oh, it's a Mardrake. I don't know how to dodge the Mardrake there when it's a Mardrake. I know how to dodge it when it's a Heralco. But I'm just going to accept my fate. If I die, I die. I reset the run. I don't want to... It is a feels bad that we're going to do a run that will not beat my personal best. It just won't. Not after that. But I want to practice at the Dragonfly Forest Strong Warps. Because they're the ones I do the least consistently. My timing's always a little bit off. It takes a few tries. If I can get it down in one... If I could ever get a run where I get all of the wrong warps in one try, without having to traverse backwards and forwards through the screens. Because I can do it if I traverse backwards and forwards constantly, because I then don't... I'm then sacrificing time to like make sure I get the setup, which saves time over being wrong when I do it. But does cost me time generally. You gonna... Yeah, okay. I couldn't tell if he was too far out. Went too far forward. That's the bit that we want to... We want to be consistent to this. I think that's actually too far. Yeah, it was. That might be right now. It's worth a try, isn't it? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, whatever. We'll do it anyway. Oh. We'll just go nice and slow out. There's no need to rush anymore. Oh, this is an appalling run. This is terrible. But well, I did say I needed to practice at that one. And I want to try and get it without going to the other side, and I need to learn the dodge for the Mardrag here. Things for my to-do list to get better at the run. Learn if it's a Arauco, I can consistently do that dodge. You couldn't do anything about the Mardrag, that was just RNG. Yeah, one miss on these costs so much time. Nope, that's too far back. I can feel it. And by feel it, I mean I can see it. I have eyes. And eyes are useful for seeing if you're in the right spot or not. I'm too used to looking for a particular... I'm looking for like a particular spot in Levant's run cycle, but that's not very useful of me. I need to learn to look at his shadow. I think I'm actually too far back still. Yeah, I am. Okay, so I think we go up to, just so I don't want to waste too much time doing a run that's not going to succeed. I would like to get all the way through, but if we keep messing this up, we'll stop once we get to, I say we'll get to like Moth Forest, possibly defeat Poacher, and then reset and go again. Yeah, Dragonfly Forest Wrong Warp is... both of them are the bane of my existence. I spend so much time on the setup that just running at it like this and just getting it right immediately is not... That's still too far back. Is not, Sorry, I completely lost my thought there because I was focusing on where Levant was. We will just do this for a bit, so I'm trying to learn where the shadow needs to be. In reference to the... It is just about there, but that's so... There's like a pixel I can look at to see that, but that's a bit... That's precise, that's difficult. Yeah, sometimes I have good days, sometimes I have bad days on this one. And it looks like today is a bad day. I still feel like I'm too far out. Oh no, that was... Okay, that was right. That was the right spot. No, that's not right. I'm gonna run out a bit more to give myself some more space. That's also not right. Oh, that was right. Why, game? Why you do this to me? You taunt me. Okay, that... I'm pretty sure that is right that time. But I'm still looking at the wrong point on Levant, either way. Yes, that is right, but I'm looking at the wrong point on Levant. I'm looking at... What I'm looking at is requiring me to look at Levant's run cycle, which is not helpful. We didn't get in any fights, so we'll just do this. But yeah, really, we should be at the end of the Spider Forest right now. Really. Possibly even starting the Moth Forest. my combat menuing in terms of using items isn't very fast. I always feel I need to read what I'm looking at, so I'm a little bit sluggish. Wait, wasn't he meant to have a double attack there? Oh, he's gonna get the double attack next. I don't know if healing there was correct on account of the fact that I know a double attack is coming. Okay, the run is dead. There is nothing we can do to save this now. Kikinak's critted us. Oh, this is so funny. Levant has to block or we die. There we go, okay. Run is very, very dead. Okay, so we'll stop it there and we'll just... Kikinak will mock us. Tell us to come back when we're stronger. Oh my luck. Okay, like the Dragonfly multiple mess-ups on the roll, that's my fault. The Mardreg not being cooperative though and Kikinak critting us, and Levant blocking minion. That's just... the RNG hates us. Right. Reset the timer. I guess I didn't need to go as far because Kikinak killed us, we can't kill him. That's so funny. So, back at it again, I guess. But at least the run died. Like, if it's likely to die, it tends to die within those first 30 minutes or so. So I don't feel too bad. I think my settings will be as they were, but... Interesting! The settings reset. That's good to know. Right. Let's go again. Alright.
The festival of...
Oh, I thought we'd skipped that. I'd say I was warmed up, but I don't think so after that. Let's hope I'm a little bit better at the Dragonfly wrong warp. I need to keep a tally board, just for myself, for every single time that Kikinak has killed a run by critting me. I'm kind of surprised he didn't get his double turn then, though. It seems to be pretty consistent for me, normally.
Ricketts has run away, has he? He's run off.
Like, you normally you use 2 seals, Kikinak gets a double turn, puts you at like 17 or something. You use the meta mug warps. Then you use the last 2 seals and you live. Provided he doesn't crit you.
Run away, will you?
But yeah, had we not healed then, he got his double turn, so even if he didn't crit us, we'd have died. So he did have to try to heal there. But that's a bit RNG dependent. I think if his double turn isn't there, I think you might still be able to beat him. It's never actually happened to me before where he's not had his double turn there. But I think it may be still doable, because you only need to use 2 items. But as soon as the crit hit us, yeah, that was it. So, terrible Mardreg luck, terrible Kikinak luck. And and we blocked a minion attack. So that's a lot of things to go wrong very early on with regards to RNG. Maybe I am self-actualizing with regards to, like, maybe I should just believe I'm the luckiest person on the planet, and then I shall receive that luck. And minion will crit us and kill us in 2 hits on the second encounter, and you know, 2 minion crits I believe kills you. Because that does equivalent to... It does 1.7 times damage if it's a crit. I believe I'm right when I say that, so 2 crits is the same as him hitting 3.4 times instead of twice. Which is a lot of extra damage. I don't know if it would make a difference if minion double crits in this fight. I think it probably would. I think you die if you double crits in either fight, actually. And that's, you know, a couple seconds time save if minion crits you out. Yeah, I'll try to get as many runs as I can in before the day is over. But yeah, I believe getting wrong warps on PAL is pretty different to getting wrong warps on NTSC. Not so different, but I don't know if the usual setups even work. At the very least, it's... To be fair, they may be exactly the same, but you can't. You have to be moving to get the wrong warp in PAL. You can't do it whilst it's still. I don't know if you can in NTSC, to be fair. I haven't tried doing anything on that version of the game. I have never played it. I maybe should get the isofoil for it, but I own the PAL version, so I'm emulating the PAL version. But yeah, I don't know if you can use the analog stick in NTSC though. I like using the analog stick. It feels right. But I think our theoretical best time is higher on NTSC due to the loading times and whatnot. Possibly just the overall game speed, I don't know. But I don't think there's 4 minutes to be saved during this opening sequence on explicitly the PAL version. And I don't think having a turbo controller or anything like that would accelerate that. I think by the time we capture Optron it has to be about 14 minutes in. Possibly a little bit under if you're mashing well and not messing up at all. But on most NTSC runs, you see Arbitron captured in minute 10. Like 10 minutes, 30 seconds, something like that. You may be able to do it on different emulators, to be fair. Some emulators don't have matching loading times to the original hardware. EPSXE, which we're playing on now, does. So you may be able to use that to get a bit of extra time, but I don't know. In terms of how quickly you can get through this intro sequence. But all I've been doing is mashing X as hard as I can. And we're already 7 minutes into the run. If anyone knows otherwise, by the way, please let me know. I'd love to know if there's a way I can save that much time on this intro sequence while still playing on the PAL version. forgot that Louis thinks our flute music is terrible. He doesn't like how we sound. We are only a beginner, or a novice, I think is the technical rank we have. But I think we're still fighting minion in minute 9, possibly even minute 10.
Your father was a noble man. Coward. According to tradition, I hereby proclaim your coming of age. You're bright from this day forward. Treacherous girl.
You are a treacherous fool, apparently. Not sure why that title was given to us. We haven't done anything yet. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I just heard a very interesting car horn. It's a buggy boy. I do like Petit Mills. It'd be great if their stats didn't suck. There are definitely worse minions that you could use, but Petit Mills are not strong. You can make them decent if you merge them with a bunch of Mardregs, but in the challenge run we're going to be doing soon, we are not going to be merging the Petit Mills at all. We're just going to be using pure Petit Mill. I think you want Petit Mill to not use any magic in this fight if possible. I think it's faster if it doesn't. I think it also does more damage to us if it uses the regular attack. But since I'm just mashing, I'm not paying any attention to Levant's health. 79, maybe it did more to us. Don't know. Now this is where our luck turns around, and we immediately get crit by minion. Just out the gate. Okay, never mind. Why can't you behave, minion, and crit us? Bad minion not critting us. For a second I thought we weren't going to die, and I was like, wait, really? Back to mashing X. Well, I say back to it as if we ever stopped. We had to press start there, that was the one thing we had to do. But, yeah. Since the start of the marriage ceremony, all you do is press X. Get through all of this. Yeah, the heat's making my hands sweaty, which is making it very difficult to press quickly and consistently. We may have better luck when we don't have to deal with that. And by that I mean the heat. When I don't have to deal with the heat. Not that it'll affect our RNG, but it will make me feel better. Which is equally valuable. And I just have to remember that once I see the beetle key prompt, then we can run. He looks down, he talks to us. Got the beetle key, go. Don't get caught on the scenery, that would be good. That would make it a little bit better, wouldn't it? If we weren't getting caught on scenery. Well, show us the way. It's up the mountain path, it's down the mountain path, and you're there! Couldn't have worked that one out, Louis. I had so many choices for direction. Right, let's go straight in. We'll of course need to use some editing software if I want to isolate. If we do get a run that beats our PB, I'll want to edit that section out so I can have that section in isolation. That one run. Alright, there we go. Train us, Chorus. Attack the Optron. They shall be our instrument of destruction. And by destruction I mean victory. Kind of both, really. The Optron may be our instrument of destruction should they fail to kill Tuturis. Or the Poacher. Optron can actually take one hit from the Poacher provided it's not a crit, so you can almost get away. Or you somewhat can get away with taking 2 hits from Optron to kill Poacher, but it's obviously preferable to only need 1. Right. So we got a bit of practice on dodging this Patimo, but only if we go this way first and then back. Let's hold the same direction, there we go. So hopefully we don't mess it up. Hopefully. I'm a master of messing things up though. Like that. Too eager, I needed to wait longer. My eternal mistake, I need the... and it gets an attack on us. Yeah, I need to wait for the Squasp to start chasing me before I start trying to run around it. And then it runs towards you and then you can run around it. No, that's how that dodge works, but I'm just impatient. Now this time I always get hit by, or Squasp. Nearly got it. But it clipped us and it might get a turn on us. Never mind. Please don't get a turn. What's my luck? What is my luck? That may mess up. Okay, I didn't do very much. That may mess up our Mardreg fight, though, is my only concern. Because I don't want to use any heals if we can avoid it. Any Nagi Maiden heals in a run. Okay, let's try and do this properly. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's it. There we go. You're getting decent at that one. I mean, I can get it pretty consistently anyway, but... On my PB, I think it took 4 tries to get it. Of going backwards and forwards. Not 4 tries where you had to exit the forest, but backwards and forwards thing. I don't know how to describe the difference, because I suppose one's missing and the other's a try, as far as I'm concerned. So if I say I missed it twice, then I mean I went out the forest. And attempts is getting into the right spot before using the Hunter's Earring to do the wrong warp. Right, need to pay attention to not listen to the story of creation. There we go. It's simple, but I always fall for it. Right, down once, town shop. Shop. Buy. We're only buying 2 Meta Mugworts now instead of, before I was buying 3, and I think the third one was unnecessary. The liquor definitely is. It might be safer to buy 3 metal mugworts, we'll see. Because then I can use 2 to heal after, like I can use 2 at the Mardrake stage, hold on to the mugworts that we get from Mother Grey. And by mugworts, that might just be one mugwort, I actually don't remember. I think it's 3 though. Because we landed the... I don't like the sound that my computer just made there. Because we landed the Squasp wrong, like they were Squasps when we hit it and we didn't go back, this is a Mardrake. So aside from us absolutely horrifically failing the Potomac dodges, because I'm bad, we may have a run on our hands, provided Mardrake behaves and Kikinak behaves. But it'll come down to whether or not we miss the Dragonfly Wrong Warp or not. And if we do, how many times? I'm fine with missing it once, I think, but I think after 2 misses. We didn't miss it at all in our PB, but it took a few tries to get the line up. I didn't miss any wrong warps in my PB, actually. Alright. We are... I feel like I shouldn't have attacked there, I should have healed. This might now be me being stupid. Okay, cool. That was a bit suicidal of me there to do that. 70. 70? Is it variable? Am I crazy? Can I count? I mean, I can't count. I'm very bad at counting. Oh, come on, Mardrake, get in the box. We can attack this Mardrake one more time and it shouldn't die. But I would really, really like to not. I would just like Mardrake to behave one time. Okay, never mind. We attack and we attempt to capture. And then if it fails, we die. And the run's over. Please get in the goddamn box, Mardrake. And by box, I mean Cocoon. You are the worst, Mardrake. I will shame you into getting into Cocoon. Because you are terrible. Okay, I think I'm obligated to heal here. I'd rather heal to reduce going into the menu just as we're wrong warping to Kikinak, but I'm not going to take many hits from... I should live. 98's fine for our health, but we don't need perfect 100, but 98's good enough. Harauka? I would appreciate an Harauka. It is a Harauka. Got that dodge down. I mean, it's an easy dodge. I like Haralkos. There. There we go. Round that. That Mardrake deserved to be shamed. I don't know what you're on about. To be fair, if it 2 hits Gigoat later, then I'll take it back. That Mardrake will have redeemed itself then. But only if they 2 hit the Gigoat, otherwise they are a bad Mardrake. And I stand by my criticism of not getting in the Cocoon. We should... Have you moved? Thank you. Let's see if we can get this first try. That'd be real nice, wouldn't it? No, we can't. I don't want to... I think that is right, but it is. Got to trust myself. I'm still looking at the wrong thing. I need to
I need like a training montage for me doing this. We'll take it. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll take it. I think I might still be too far out. Never mind, we got it. My hand was on my head there. Hoping. If we can get that one down to do it in one try, we're gonna... Come on, pick up the sleep spores. Pick them up. There we go. If we can get that down to one try where I just run straight at it and get it, we will save a lot of time in future runs. Dragonfly wrong warps are probably where the most time can be gained. Okay, that's one. Ikinak, I swear. I swear, I will end you. Ikinak. Oh, 70, okay. I just can't count. I was like, for sure he's gonna crit me there, and the run will end. Okay, that's a decent Kikina fight. I could still stand to menu better, but honestly, we'll take it. Great Walnut? No. We're gonna have to pick up a skeleton key, at least one. We'll probably get both just for safety. But we have roughly a 66% chance of getting a Great Walnut from Kikinak, which sells for 375 money. I don't remember the name of the currency, I think it's yen. Which would pay for our sleep spores or our Devil's mirrors that we need. So, have a chat with your eye. Yes, I have Calabash powder. And into the spider forest we go. Don't need to do anything in the village, we just want to go straight to the spider forest. Excuse me. Alright. This is the wrong warp. This is the one wrong warp that I don't mind messing up, but only at this point. If we mess it up later, then that's terrible. But we're allowed to mess it up here because it's such a short route to get to it. So we'll see if we can get it on one try. It'd be nice if we do. Oh, I went through the door. Never mind. It's okay. I won't feel too bad. I think we're far enough in. Music hasn't changed, so we're good. Go past the snakes. We need to pay attention to the colour of the snakes. They are red, which is good. Red snakes mean that when we go into the moth forest, they will be a Shulia. Sorry, there will be a Shulia. Rather than an Asher. So our elements are correct right now. That's what we want to see. Alright, let's get these trees to move out the way. So on our last run, we were still trying to get the Dragonfly Forest wrong warp. Before we were brutally murdered by Kikinak, absolutely ruining our day. This tree is easily far enough to the side. No chance of it hitting us. I can probably afford to save some time by not waiting there for quite so long. Like, I can probably let the trees take fewer steps and still get around them. But I like to be safe. Mardrek's soon gonna have their chance to prove themselves. Yeah, rough. By my general rough markings, I say 30 minutes, and I'm kind of happy to have just to be at the end of the Spider Forest. Specifically, once we leave the Spider Forest, I should say. I want that to be around 30 minutes, and we've got a decent run on our hands. I've saved a lot of time menuing in the village, doing what I've been doing. Alright. If I had any splits, I would press it once the screen fades to say finish Spider Forest. But I'm not using splits at all because I am not good at not good at this. Actually, it's because I just forget to split all the time. That involves me. I'd have to put a split button on my controller, or I'd have to just remember to press the keyboard, and I'm not going to remember either of those things. Alright. Heal by Marbu. Equip our Mardragon and Arbitron. I pressed up one extra time. Right, off to the Hall of Judgment, which is just the bottom of the menu, so it's very easy to get to. Talk to this guy here. Can we hit him? There we go. Didn't miss him. One thing that's a bit wonky when you're using analog stick versus digital input is, if you're using digital, then your running is basically controlled by, I think it's the triangle button, and then as you press left or right, Levant turns. So as long as you're running forwards with the triangle button, you get consistent movement between screens. But if you're using the analog stick, and you aren't doing that, then Levant can just change directions if you let go between screens, and that can make Levant run in a different direction and end up going the wrong way. It's very easy to do. Right, everyone is turned to stone. Sucks to be them. There we go. Now back to Mother Garai's house. Oh, I pressed X. Press square and you skip that proceed bit. Whatever, it's literally like a second or two. Not the end of the world to do that once by accident. But yeah, point is anyway, when we go into the Moth Forest, there should be a Shulia there already, so we don't have to use any screens which could change the element. Which in all forests is actually the very first screen. In every forest, the first screen switches elements. So you just run forward, past the initial screen, go back, go forward again, and that switches the elements. But it costs a little bit of time. I suppose based on that, though, I can afford one try every time in the Dragonfly Forest. Or one try on one of the forests, because otherwise I'm going to have to change the elements anyway. I suppose that must also be true for the Beetle Forest, actually. But I think the Patimel dodge is easier if you go back immediately. Right. Forest gates. There we go. And yeah, we messed up the Patimel dodge, which kind of sucks anyway, so... get it in the practice run, or not the practice run, our warm-up run. This is still a bit of a warm-up because we actually haven't had a run get to this stage of the game yet. So we're going to run forward, we're going to pick up the item over here, then we're going to equip Riketsa's garb, use a sleep spore, and then fight the Shulia. Right. Equip Riketsa's garb. Use sleep spores. That just saves us going into the menu again in a little bit. Missed the Shulia a little bit there. Right. Use this Agni Seal and then Agni Seal 2, and then we'll use 2 more Agni Seals. That'll be Agni Seal 1. That should put the Shulia at like 8 health, 7, 8. And then Mardreg will use a regular attack to finish it off. Putting Mardreg at level 10. Which will be sufficient to take down Gigoat. There you go, oh, 5. Jesus. We got some high rolls on those seals. Just gonna mash X here. Okay, we've had much better luck this run. We still had the misbehaving Mardreg, but it's been alright. I do think we need to heal Levant before the Poacher fight, because we are going to need a couple of attacks from Levant to make sure Poacher is weak enough for Arpatron to kill them. But we'll do that after picking up the skeleton key, because I don't want to forget to do that. Give me that. Alright. Heal Levant. If Mardreg behaved, we may have had an additional Mugwort there. And then I would have used regular Mugworts instead of that bitter one. But since we're getting 2 keys, and hopefully Poacher gives us drops, we might be alright anyway. For money. Alright. Time for Mardreg to prove their worthiness. Alright, Mardreg. Do you suck or do you not? I think it doesn't. I think we actually have a good Mardreg. In which case I take my previous statement back. We have a good, yeah, it's a good Mardreg. I'm sorry I ever insulted you, Mardreg. You have proven me wrong. I don't know what the odds of good Mardreg actually are. I think it's like 25% or something. Oh, okay, that sucks. Poacher blocks do suck. Oh my, 2 Poacher blocks really sucks. We may have to look at the Mardreg. Yeah, I think we will. We'll have to switch to the Levant, look at the Mardreg. Okay, Okay, that's our first major hit of bad RNG. I'm a little bit worried that our Mardreg may kill the poacher. I'm not sure. Because we need to get the poacher to very low life, but we need to make sure that we don't kill the poacher with Mardreg. Oh my god! Yeah, I think I can get a regular attacking with Mardreg. Yeah, okay, now we need to switch to Levant again. Okay, so this is the first major time loss. If we don't beat PB, this is what I'm going to be pointing at, if nothing else goes wrong. Oh, okay, Poacher is very nearly dead. I'm a little bit worried here. Okay, we need to switch to Alpatron now. Alpatron's going to get 2 attempts, 2 tries in. We'll use Water Special Attack because it does more damage. Okay, cool. We've just about gotten away with that. And, okay. Oh, we need to finish. I forget to finish the conversation every time. Don't get the key if you don't finish the conversation. Right. There we go. So the Mardreg was good stat-wise, but they missed the Poacher 3 times. So run can definitely be improved upon. You just don't have a Mardreg that does that to you. Okay, Asher didn't respawn. That's great. If we did encounter a minion there, it would be fire, a fire Asher, because what we've done just switched the elements again by leaving and coming back in, which sets us up for the next forest. So try and make sure we get this. There we go. Gonna run up this way, get the safety key. Cost us a couple seconds, but a couple seconds is fine. This shan't be the only run we do today anyway, so hopefully next time we get a Mardreg that behaves. Alright, long cutscene time. Now to not mess up the shopping, that's the next thing we do. And I struggle to remember the items to buy. We want 6 Meta Mugwort, 6 liquors of the best kind, 2 Devis Mirrors, 4 Sleep Spores, Little Bird, and a Sparrow's Ruff. The Meta Mugwort to heal Levant. Probably won't need... If we get, like, no problems with running away, I don't think you need to use all of them. I think you'll have some leftovers. But the 6 liquors is the exact amount you need to get to the end. And I think you can pick up a 7th as insurance if you need it. If you have the money, I think you should pick up a 7th liquor. but I don't know if we'll have that because we didn't get our Great Walnut from Kikinak. But if you don't have the 2 Devil's Mirrors, you've messed up really bad. You probably can't win now if you miss the 2 Devil's Mirrors. Little Bird in Sparrow's Wrath also means that Kashidra doesn't get a turn on you at the start of the end. Which, if you aren't on full health, will pretty much one-shot you. I don't know how much it leaves you on, but I know it puts you in the red. And any minion in the Dark Spider Forest hitting you will do more than what you'd have left. So this is why we'd consider the halfway point of the run. It's not really the halfway point, because, you know, like, in terms of actual time, I don't think it's halfway. But it seems like a very clear segmentation of the parts to the run. You have the village into the forest bits, and then you have the Temple of Kemuel into the dark forests. Even though there are 4 regular ones, then 2 nether ones that you actually do. So arguably, arguably, killing the poacher is the exact halfway point. I think it works out that way in time as well, actually. So, all we're going to do in the Dark Beetle Forest once we've completed our shopping is kill a Suave, get to the end. Heal our minions. Levant shouldn't need healing. You can avoid... There's a wrong warp in the Dark Beetle Forest you can do which guarantees no encounters in it. But while that one's apparently quite easy to do on NTSC, it's actually the one wrong warp that I'm not comfortable going for. I may need to put a save state just before it and properly get that one down. But it's still probably a bit risky for us to do when we still have... We've plenty of room to improve our PB, so we should probably try doing that without adding in that extra risk of potentially missing that wrong warp. So, shopping time. This is where you get to watch me, after just listing off exactly what I need, not buy those things. You can also sell the accessory we have equipped for a bit of extra money. So, oh, I didn't mean to ask about weapons. No, get out of here. Ask about supplies. Sell all of our stuff. We don't need these. Excellence is what we want to keep. Both skeleton keys, Great Walnut. Okay. It costs 2,500 to get the things we need. Sparrow Ruff, yes, ready yet. Sell Silver Crown, yes. Okay. We'll get the important supplies first. It'll be a bit slower to do it that way, but I would much rather it. So, Sleep Spores, 4. 2 Devil's Mirrors. Oh, okay, that's going to be a bit of pain. So, we can get 6 of these, but we're going to need to get... Oh, we are really... Okay, we're a bit stuffed on this. Oh, that hurts. Okay, we don't have enough money. You didn't get enough drops from things. So we may have a bit of an issue with regards to regards to our healing items. If we get 10 dice from the bosses, they can make up for it because they are also healing items. But there will only be only 2 opportunities for 10 dice. We can only get them from the fire boss or earth boss. So we're going to be relying a little bit on RNG here. We also only have Fine Liquor, which is fine for mana, but not great for health. I can think. I'm good with words. So we just need to kill this Suave with Arptron. The way this should go is we get 1 special physical attack, it hits us, then we get a double turn. At which point we use 2 regular attacks. We kept that 1 excellent liqueur because we actually need it to beat Tuturis. So we're going to be a little bit reliant on that. We are going to have to use Fine Liquor, one of the Fine Liquors, and Health for Levant before the fight. That's something I'm going to need to pay attention to. The Bitter Mugwort's worth selling because it's worth, I think you get 100 yen for it, and you can get 2 Bitter Mugworts for that, which is sort of... Levant's never on low enough health for there to be any real difference between those 2. Gotta be a little bit careful here to not hit the squimmels. They're very easy to just run straight into. Especially that one. Go onto this screen, we want to menu again. To use another sleep spore. You can see that Arptron's not quite got full mana. That may or may not make a difference, which is why I want to heal up Arptron. It takes 6 special attacks from Arptron to take down Tuturis. Oh, I just walked into it. You can get past this one, and I just walked into it. How to throw a runaway 101. Get into a fight you don't need. Oh, that's bad. Please, can I run from the Hackaroo? Oh, no. Oh, it's so likely that... Okay. We have to just keep running. We actually can't kill these. We are so likely to die. Four retreats? Can I hit 1? Thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's gonna mess up our healing. I still don't want to wrong warp, but okay, it's 2 Pat Manties. What's yeah, the Pat Manties. I can't see where I am. There we go. Right, okay, we will heal here. Use 1 Meta Mugwort, 1 regular Mugwort. We don't now need to use that thing on Arptron. But we have to run away from this enemy as well. It's just 1 Pat Manty. She gets a turn on us. Fine. I guess. Okay. Whatever. This has been a very suboptimal Dark Beetle Forest. So we should be able to just run to the side of this Hackaroo. I think Levant has enough health to take a hit from Tuturis. So we'll just go into it. Okay. Run could have died. If that Hakaru killed us, Run is dead. So we, I would say we lucked out, but it took 4 escape attempts. So we didn't luck out, we were very unlucky. And it was poor control on my part to hit the Hakaru at all. That was absolutely a dodgeable encounter. We only had to fight the Panmanti. Because I wasn't going for that dodge. The wrong warp, which would dodge it. So, Devas Mirror the Arpatron. I always have to remember to not Devas Mirror Levant by accident. I think it's a pretty easy thing to do. To Devas Mirror Levant. Because when you summon, you just mash X to go into Arpatron. But when you're using a healing item, you can't do that. Tuturis is going to get a turn on us when we switch, and then we're going to get a double turn. Because that encounter happened, we don't have to heal Arpatron, because you recover between fights. Okay, we like to see it, we like to see it. We appreciate fire magic attack. What we'd love more is some crits from Arpatron here. That's what we'd love to see. Okay, 2. Okay. Still good, still good. That's 3, so, okay, Poison Tail. I have to heal Arpatron because of the amount of damage that they've taken. Another Poison Tail is a guaranteed kill on our Arpatron, so we can't permit that. We have to heal. So we want Excellent Liquor. Fully heal our Arpatron. Levant should live any attack that Tuturis does here. Good. Still in this. Okay, we still got some poison protection on Arpatron. We can take 1 more of those. Tuturis is so nearly dead. I think even a regular attack would kill Tuturis at this point, but this has been a significantly better Tuturis than last time. I don't want to... I can hit Fire Boss with Arpatron here, but I don't want to greed it. I'd rather not be greedy, and I'd rather just switch straight into Mardrake. Now, this Mardrake's got a bad reputation for missing in this run. So let's hope that they don't continue to live up to that. And we get some solid hits in. It's 3 special attacks, then 1 regular. Is what it takes to take down Fireboss. So we can just mash X now. And then Mardrake should get the kill. There we go. So we want a Tendai. We want a Tendai. That would be very beneficial to us to get a Tendai. I'm cursed. No Tendai. Oh. My drops. My drops, my blocks. My runs. All terrible. But okay. We want to heal up Levant for our escapes in the Dark Dragonfly. And then we need to not miss the wrong warp. That's the critical thing. If we go around here, we can use one transition screen instead of two to get over here, which actually, it looks a bit roundabout, but it actually saves time. So, upon entry of this forest, we're going to heal Levant with our Metamugwort. And then use a Sleep Spore. There are 2 mandatory encounters. In fact, probably 3 actually, and we need to run away from all of them. So, Metamugwort Levant. Use the Sleep Spores. Oh, I double pressed. Love it. We don't have Sleep Spores for the... Well, to be fair, I don't actually know how much of a difference... I don't know if it makes that much of a difference in the Dark Spider Forest to have Sleep Spores or not. Anyway, we have to run from the Hero Sag. Thank you, game. And because of all these escapes, that'll heal up our minions again. You don't have to fight this one. But there will be a Dongle or a Hero Sag in the next screen that we do have to fight. I think it's a Dongle. It can't be dodged. Gotta fight it. It is possible now for us to get all the way to the end of the game without Levant ever being hit again. But knowing my luck, that's not going to happen. I jinxed it, didn't I? I should not have said anything. Oh, that does a lot of damage. Please leave me alone, Dongle. Thank you. Okay, so now there are the Zulmus. With their fantastic name. Minions are fully healed now. Now there are Zulmus which we need to escape from. So we've had a 4 escape try and a... Oh, the Patimos hit us as well. Jesus, how many failed escapes have we had this run? I mean, it's purely RNG, unfortunately, for us. Purely bad RNG, I should say. And this can be 1 or 2 Zulmus. It'll probably be 2, knowing my luck. Why, game? Why do you do this to me? Why must you hate me? Okay, we got the escape. There are still more escapes that we have to succeed in, though. We are not free of escapes yet. So we need to do this wrong warp. And if we fail it, there is a Hero Sag with our name on it that we have to fight again. So let's try and not fail this. Oh, I went too far deep. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Oh, I think that might be too far out. Yeah, it was, okay. It was very close to the transition screen, but it wasn't on it. This is the other one I needed to practice at. The other main one I need to practice that as well, rather. Both in the both in the Dragonfly Forest or some variation of it. That's too far out. It's just a little bit finicky. We can lose a lot of time here for me, just trying to get this. Because it takes a fair few seconds between each try. I'm like a couple frames too slow on each time I'm pressing the circle button. So that's way too early. Come on, we're losing a couple minutes to this. Already lost 1. Come on. That's too far out again. I'm trying to like turn around to not hit it, but I keep hitting it anyway. Like hit the boundary. Oh, so much time lost. So much time lost. You know what? We'll call this good. I think this is wrong, but we'll call it. I just don't want to keep... Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind, it's right. We want a yellow dragon here. Okay, that's yellow, that's good. First try? I think we're actually too far out. That should be good, though. Ooh, am I right? Oh, no! Okay. That's a failure. I thought I had that, but I guess I was too far to the side. So we aren't going to be beating PB. It takes too long to get there. The fight to fight Earth Boss Anchor Shidra, it takes longer than 13 minutes, so we aren't going to beat PB. From this point. That is unfortunate. We also have to fight this because we used our sleep spores. Well, this isn't our only run today, so... Given the time loss of about 4 or 5 minutes, I would say we're looking at like at 125. The good Mardrag was nice, but the poacher blocks are bad, and we've messed up on the wrong warp. That Spider Forest wrong warp was actually pretty easy as well. I shouldn't have messed up on that. Too eager to get through. Probably because we'd lost so much time on me trying to get this one. I want to go roughly like right in the middle, then press circle there. Please let me through. Okay, cool. Get it first try that time. Don't think it'll be a green dragon anymore. Sorry, yellow dragon. So we'll go through here to flip the elements. Go back. Now it should be a yellow dragon. There we go, it's yellow. Oh. Unfortunately, that will now make it green again, so we have to flip back again. Too far out. Let me back off a bit. Get a better angle. Oh. The amount of time I'll have saved when I actually get consistent. When I'm consistent at these, that's like an easy 6 minutes time save. Just by being consistent at the wrong warps. Oh, I think I'm actually too far out still. I am. Oh, painful. We will finish this run, so we'll just keep going until we get it. Just choking really hard at the end here. In PB we got an immediately clean Spider Forest Strong Warp. Took me a few tries to get the Dragonfly one, but it was very clean Spider Forest. We basically went straight through. I think we did get hit on one of the fights we needed to retreat from. Like we didn't get the retreat. Didn't die, of course. But yeah, if we just so the time lost to wrong warps now, given that we failed this twice now. We've got 2 misses in the run so far. 2 misses. Many tries, but only 2 misses. You want none, really. You don't want to miss any of them. Oh, hey. Join us, we're about to get to an end of run if I manage to not mess this up routinely. We've already messed up twice, unfortunately, so this run is not going to beat our PB, but we have a shot at... We have a shot of getting a completed run today. So right in the middle, that looks about right, but honestly, who's keeping track? We're gonna miss it. Yeah, I know. Okay, we hit it. Got the wrong warp into Dark Spider Forest. I can't see the dragon. It's just not there, so I don't know what element it is. So we're gonna go in here to just respawn it. Hopefully it's yellow. I'd appreciate it being yellow. There we go, it's yellow. That's a bit close. I don't... Okay, no, I'm not gonna risk it. I think it's a bit close. Yeah, okay. Okay, thank God we didn't try. No, missed it. If I tried to wrong warp there again, I would have had to try the previous one again, and we'd have lost... We've currently lost 9 minutes to me messing that up, so... Come on. Nope. The only thing is every time we miss, or fail rather, I have to try again. I have to transition through these screens twice just to get the dragon to the right element again before I can try. There you go. I swear I have better luck when I just completely YOLO strat it and run straight at it instead of doing this from like a mile out. It looks semi-decent. A foot's in the door. That might be it. Music hasn't stopped, so I think we're good. Okay, cool. So we want to find a red spiral. Like that red spiral. Right, Mardrag. Take the Tragaran down. Okay, that's one dead. Switch to Alpatron. Spiral's gonna get an extra turn on us because it's mean. How much damage do we do? 190? I always get a little bit worried about that attack because if we get a crit, it actually messes up our EXP route, and that can stop us from winning the game. I'm actually going to use a regular attack here. I don't think it's necessary to use a wind attack, because the damage reduction the spiral has for being fire is way too big. So I'll level us up. We want to heal Levant. That should be the last time Levant needs healing in this run. Provided Provided we can run away from these minions. If they kill us, we have to do those 2 wrong warps again. Spiral, please. Please behave. Please behave. Never lucky. How many failed escapes have we had? That dragon hits us, we die. Okay, we got 1. We're gonna heal again. We have the spare mugwort. We're gonna heal again. Because if we miss it, oh, we'll heal Arpatron as well while we're at it. If we miss an escape, we can just die to either of these 2 encounters that we have to do. I don't know why I healed Arpatron, given that running from this fight would heal them anyway. That was kind of unnecessary. Please. Please, game. Your odds of escape are actually pretty good, but apparently my odds of escape are like 2%. Absolutely terrible. Okay. Oh, I meant to press circle. I pressed X instead. Oh, it's fine. We aren't beating PB this run anyway. Right, let's see if we can get a clean execution of this. The end bosses. So in our PB we were done in 2 minutes from now. Now I don't know about you guys, but I don't think you can kill these bosses in 2 minutes. Oh, you haven't been here for all of the amount of times we've failed to escape from things. You're meant to have like a 25% chance of escape. And we've had to run... One fight we had to run 4 times from the same enemy. It just failed 4 times in a row. Then 3 times in a row. Then we had 2 that were failed immediately. So I failed to run at least 9 times this run, I think. I want to say at least 9 times we tried to escape and it failed. These things still slightly horrify me. Like these bosses. Yeah, we could have... Ooh. I didn't realise we got an extra turn. I thought he was going to summon Delphinel. I was just mashing X. You know what, it doesn't matter. Delphinel's not going to get a turn on us, so... Oh wait, never mind, he is. Oh, and he's doing that attack. Okay, who cares? I don't care about that attack. Summon the Mardreg and we press the block button. This run has been very scuffed towards the end. Alright, stamp on me. Thank you. Yeah, Delphinel never skipped leg day. And his master never skipped arm day. But they did skip the opposite. Oh, he wants to stand on me again? Oh, double turn. Okay, that's fine. I could have attacked him and then blocked, but I wasn't anticipating the double turn. And being wrong about it can cost us the fight, so... We want to see him do stone that one. So we've used a mirror to protect ourselves from the effect of it. But if it hits us and we aren't protected, it can turn our minion into stone. Which is bad for very obvious reasons. Stop stamping on me, Jesus. Oh, another double turn. I could have attacked him again. Yeah, we're having a bit of trouble keeping up with the damage. Because we aren't getting to attack on any of our double turns because of the stomp. Repeated stomps can be a bit of an issue. Could you stop, Delphi, now? Jesus Christ. You have other attacks. Could you use them? Okay, never mind, he didn't get to use them. That Delphino only knew how to stomp on things, and tried to turn us to stone once. No crit. Thank you. I appreciate no crit. I want to know what character designer made these guys went, you know what they need? They need long noses. They need big nose. To be fair, before I came back to this game, in my memory the nose like touched the floor with this one. Which obviously is not the case, but in my memory that's how it went. Yeah. Alright, so we need to... Right. I had to step through slowly there, because I want to make sure I get these recovery items off. Okay. Final boss time. Provided this fight goes alright, I'm pretty sure if we didn't miss the wrong warp, I would have beaten PB, but we missed it twice, so rip me. It's not been a bad run still. Just not been great. I don't think you need the best lookers to heal our minions. It seems to be fine if you get the cheaper ones. So that's good to know with regards to item routing. Man, this is a long cutscene. I think cutscene alone used all the time we had left. Yeah, we lost 9 minutes to failed wrong warps. So if we complete this with a time of like 1:25, we would still have beaten my PB, provided we didn't mess up those wrong warps. Yeah, what's the... I don't remember the name of the crystals you get above the Sims. I know it has like a very particular but also kind of silly name. Yeah, she turns into an orb. It's meant to be an orb. And it's an orb of doubt, which represents the darkness that was in her heart. And now we're fighting the guy who kills us in our dreams. Come on, cutscene. Alright, there we go. Final boss. Let's hope we get a good Kashidra. My last run, which was no elements, we had a Kashidra that loved to use the healing magic. Which will... We'd still kill Kashidra in like 2 cycles, provided our minions don't miss all the time. Which is perfectly possible. Run can still die to Kashidra. Kashidra is good at blocking. It's a bit of a weird noise I'm hearing now. Like a constant like rattling. Okay, switch straight to air. I'd have rather Kashidra stayed in Earth Element for an extra turn. We'd do more damage that way. And it'd make it a more reliable kill on Kashidra with Arbitron. That's fine. Fire, yeah. So you want Kashidra to stay in fire as long as possible. Gives them fewer heal attempts in water if they have fewer turns in water. So, fire magic. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what the rattling's caused by. I don't know if that's just because the emulator's gone a bit funny, but we only have to put up for it for a little bit. Okay, so we're going to hit Kashidra once, then Kashidra is either going to laser beam us, which we want, or heal themselves, which we really don't want. Okay, laser beamed us. We like the laser beam. Oh, okay, our Arbitron's not very strong. Okay, 2 lasers. Okay, so this Arbitron's going to give their life, unfortunately. If Arbitron had slightly better stat rolls, then Arbitron would not die, literally right now. Unfortunately, the arena is still a water element, so while Arbitron would get 2 hits to kill Chosen One, but because Arbitron's dead, we obviously don't get any attacks on them. So a bit dodge. A bit dodge. Unfortunately got unlucky on the stat rolls for Arbitron. Mardra, can you please hit the enemy? You have missed so much this run. Yeah, it'll take 3 hits to kill Chosen One instead of 2. If Arbitron had survived and gotten that kill on Kashidra 1 turn early, it would only take 2 hits to kill Chosen One. Timer will stop once we get the killing hit on Chosen One. We have no mana left, so we're going to have to use regular attacks. And that's time. So I said it would be about 1 hour 25, given the misses, and that's what we got. So yeah, if we didn't mess up the wrong warp, we probably would have beaten PB by a little bit. By like a minute. So we'll get to the ending sequence, and it'll ask us to save the game, at which point we are going to quit the game and start another run. Where hopefully I don't mess up the wrong warps and we get a slightly better time than this. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a Patimel only run, one of the weakest minions in the game. Yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, I have about enough time for 2 more runs, I think, before I have to stop for the day. Yeah, we had 2 runs die early on today. We had 1 run die because while my analog stick was working on my controller, the arrow buttons were not, and I only found that out 14 minutes into the run, which kinda hurt. And then the second time, Kikinak, the bird boss, crit us, which ended the run as well. Ah, nice, nice. Yeah, we had a lot of blocks and a lot of failed retreats, so there's loads of time that could be saved. I mean, if I didn't miss those wrong warps, I would have saved 9 minutes off that alone, and that would be enough to beat PB. So hopefully in this next run or the one after, I won't mess it up. Oh, you missed the part where everyone got turned to stone.
When the 4 divine barriers are dispelled, the power of light and darkness shall usher in the time of gathering. Kumari and Kaya, the guardian deities of light and darkness, shall be released by the twin dragons of Kemu. The chosen ones of light and darkness shall meet, and only then will the accursed ones be.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's quite a lot of
and man shall obtain
yeah.
yet another fruit of knowledge.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's quite a bit of RNG in this run with regards to minion hits and escapes. Yes, she is. Yeah, that's our wife you're talking about there. Alright. It's probably faster to like reboot the game than for me to go through this credit scene, but I like to watch it. Let me get my thoughts in order before I start the next run. Yeah, so we can modify the shopping route a little bit from what I was expecting it to be, since it doesn't seem that we need as many items as I thought. Yeah, it's very good. The whole OST of this game is actually really good. Yeah, we can modify the item route a little bit. We sort of did that anyway in this run because I just didn't have the money to do what I was expecting or planning to do. Don't mess up the wrong warps, which is easier than said than done. That's just a matter of practice, and I need to practice some of the minion dodges so we can avoid some unnecessary fights. But other than that, it was pretty... Wait, I say other than that. Other than the key parts that could go wrong, we did alright. You know, just other than the critical parts. Yeah, our Mardreg missed 3 attacks on Poacher. Missed... What would it miss on? It missed on a... Missed on someone else, I can't remember what, but he missed quite a lot. Didn't miss on Kashidra, which I appreciate, because that fight can take a lot longer if Kashidra does get blocked. So I think this is now, you go onto the menu and just go. Oh, it does have Ghibli vibes because the art style was literally, like, the intro scene is literally made by them. So, I'm going to have to close this down because you can't escape that. I'm going to reset the emulator, hopefully, if it'll behave for me. There we go. Ooh. There we go. We'll wipe this timer now. Yeah, it's yeah, it was made by them, so that's why it has Ghibli vibes. Very literally what it is. Yeah, I'm planning on alternating between challenge runs and these any percent runs, just to keep it fresh so I don't go absolutely insane from doing nothing but these any percent runs. So we're going to have to configure our settings again, because for some reason it forgets them. Alright. Starting the next run. Yes, yes, prophesizing. Yeah. So I'm just going to alternate the between the two things, and that should maintain my sanity enough for me to get good and get some good luck at the same time. I'm still not good enough to say, oh, RNG is what messed me up. It's not quite, really. Once I don't mess up any wrong warps consistently, then yeah. Yeah, I've turned off voices for the game, because this actually is almost entirely voiced over this game. Alright. And I've just set it so I can skip through these chat logs as quickly as possible. Go home. Am I on... Yeah, just make sure my analog was still on. Go to bed, have nightmare. That's what we're good at. We always get told to sleep well, and we never sleep well.
Ricketts has run away, has he? He's run off, you know. It's all hearsay, all hearsay. It seems as if it was stolen by a naughty woman, and he ran off, and he ran off, and he ran off. His son is still so young. Too young to become a Cocoon master. Run away, will you? Run away.
Yeah, we don't have good dreams ever. Yeah, it really reminds me of Nausicaa. Is I think the best parallel for an actual Ghibli film to this game. I hope I'm saying the name correctly there, on both the studio and the film. Yeah, we're gonna have a dream about this guy, and he's gonna murder us brutally in our sleep. Yeah, this was produced in '98, I think, is when the American release was. I don't know how old Nausicaa as a film is. I mean, it's old, obviously, but I don't know how old. So, the big bad dragon is going to kill us. We have been successfully murdered by the big dragon. I'm kind of sad that you can't capture a minion that's like him. I mean, we have our starter minion, which is also a dragon, but he doesn't have the cool stripes and the red eyes. Alright, there we go. Now our village is going to get attacked by locusts. Yeah, I see that background noise that during the final fight has gone away now, so it was definitely to do with just the emulator loading into that fight. Made the sound go weird. I think that stopped being present as soon as we left that fight, actually. Off goes the protective spell to stop us from being infected by these locusts. This intro sequence takes around 12 minutes, 13 minutes, before we have any actual gameplay aside from... Yeah, I always thought they looked like little biplanes. Like in the shot where you see them coming in. Yeah, this is just a lot of me mashing start and X to just get through this tutorial section. And by tutorial, I mean exposition. Because the tutorial's not actually until after this. Come on. Yes. Members of the village have been put to sleep by those locusts, so we're going to get sent in to deal with those locusts. Sorry, not deal with the locusts, to find a cure for the locust poison, which is through a calabash herb. And for some reason, because we're a traditional village, we have to be married first. I don't know if this is to do with, like, Nagi powers, which is the magic in this game, basically. I don't know if it's a requirement to be married, but we have to be married. We are the son of the previous Cocoon Master, who went disappearing in the forest. And that apparently makes us qualified. Also, we can play the ocarina. And that is sufficient qualification. Something something magic chosen one powers. This game was made to compete with Pokemon. So maybe that's why. Or maybe that's why we're a kid, sort of. Even though the themes of this game are way heavier than Pokemon. Alright, we're getting towards the part where I can do something other than mash X. But this is probably the longest bit where all I do is mash X. Up until now I've been like... Yeah. I've been alternating between start whenever the prophet wants to say something, and X whenever people are saying anything. And in the fights. Okay, I can let go of the controller now for like a solid minute and a half now. This is just all automatic. And we're gonna have another nightmare, because this one fight where you have a guaranteed loss isn't enough. There must be two.
Your father was a noble man. Coward. According to tradition, I hereby proclaim your coming of age. Your bride from this day forward. Treacherous girl.
Yeah. Well, it gives me a chance to cool off from how hot it's been. I don't know how you've been coping with the heat, but it's been bad here. Yeah, yeah. He gives us this fight against a Patimel. We're going to be doing a Patimel run only. Probably some point, either tomorrow or the day after. Where we only use this minion. So he's supposedly testing us right now. But even though he gives us this win, he then still wants to step in and just ruin our day. Just wanted to give us a bit of hope. Yeah, no, that's pretty much exactly how I've been dealing with it as well. I have a fan, but I don't want to open the windows and set my allergies off, because that will ruin my day. Yeah, it's a little wasp. One of the cool things about this game, actually, is when your minions level up, they get bigger, and they change shape as they go from, like, baby minion into adult minion. So the dragon and armored dog we had from the previous run, we're going to encounter them, and they're going to be tiny. They're going to be little guys. On one of these runs, minion's going to crit us, and we'll die one turn sooner. Which is actually like a 5-second time save or something like that. You actually save a lot of time if minion crits you. Yeah, sort of. They look very different by the time that they're adult-sized. They sort of have the whole big face, big head, small body thing going on. Oh, we are so close to being able to input things other than X. Mother always says we cry out in our sleep last night, but we literally always cry out in our sleep last night. Alright, there we go. Get our supplies. Okay, cool. Yeah, imagine showing... Because they only have one room in their house. So she has to put up with this all the time. Yes, yeah. I now actually have buttons to press that aren't just X. Of course, I will immediately mess it up. I'm going to fail to dodge the first squasp in the very first forest. And then I will... Oh, I keep talking to him. And then I'll fail to escape as well. Yeah. Once I get the key, I can turn around and, like, leave immediately, but I always keep mashing X for a little bit too long. Yeah. I said at the start of my last run, he goes to show us the way, but there's only, like, two screens to traverse until we're there. So I don't really know why he bothered showing up, other than to call us a loser. Okay, here we go. Gameplay. Sort of. I say sort of because we haven't done the tutorial yet. Yeah, he's not a great guide. So this is the tutor character, and he wants us to prove that we are a Cocoon master by playing the ocarina, because simply knowing this particular tune tells him exactly who we are. Right, there we go. He asks what's happened. Teach us how to capture things, please. And now we fight Uptron, the baby dragon. We can't fail this capture. The Mardreg, the armored dog, we have never managed to successfully capture first try. On an 80% run, we've never managed it. We do try to capture him, like, as capture level 1, where Mardreg's level 3, which kind of makes it a lot harder, but... There you go. We're done with the tutorial. Start of the first forest. So there's Buggy Boy. I will fail to dodge the Buggy Boy. I'm just going to switch its element to air. And now we're going to miss the dodge. There we go, we missed the dodge successfully. You can get past it if you can time it right. So last time we failed to escape from this thing. Okay, good start. There's a second one, which you can also dodge, which I will also fail to dodge. Because I need practice at it. I'm going to stand here to give me better odds of dodging. No chance of dodging that. I did the setup all wrong for that dodge. Okay, cool. If we can get a wrong warp first try here, I'll be real pleased, but I never hold out hope. Ah, no, we went too far. It's fine, we'll deal. Went too far again. That's too far back. There we go. Yeah, like, I'm not sure of what the setup is for the second one. The first one, you sort of... So, what we've done, by the way, was we just teleported to the end of the forest. We cleared one screen, then we just left. So... Yeah, on that first one, you sort of have to wait for it to start chasing you, and then as soon as it starts chasing you, you start trying to run to the right, and it misses you. On the second one, I'm not sure what the setup is, really. I need to watch some videos of people doing it. Yes, that takes us out of that forest. And now we're going to tell Mother Gry, which is this character, what we did. She will try to tell us the story of creation, and we don't care about that. Yeah, we don't care about that thing at all. We don't care about that forest. It is not of interest to us. So now we're going to go to the shop. We're going to buy 2 of these. Then we're going to sell this. And then we're going to leave. Skipping most of the dungeon is a recurring theme in this. As a consequence, by the way, we shouldn't enter from here, but because we wrong warped, that's just sort of a consequence of the glitch, is you come out at the wrong spot. Which is actually faster than coming in the right way. So now we're on to level 2. And the first part of level 2 is capturing the air dog. Which I think it should still be air. If it's not, it just loses a couple of seconds. It is. Oh, we're getting a sound glitch again. It's like an air horn in the background. So this guy always gives us trouble with the capture. Always. In the NTSC world record for this, they just go straight for the capture. So the warp trick was known for NTSC. So like just the standard speed, any percent speed runs used it. But it was considered either very difficult or impossible to do on the PAL version. Very difficult to replicate. And I think that's largely because... Oh, why are you critting us? I think that's just because the way you do the trick is a little bit different, I think. We'll get one more attack in and then we need to heal. If it crits us again, we could just die, in which... If we fail to capture this minion, by the way, the run's dead. And we start again. So I found out the trick that way, then I was like, oh, I'd quite like to speedrun this game. I'll see if you can do it in PAL. And then after about 5 minutes of using a save state and repeatedly trying the first wrong warp, the Beetle Forest one, the one we just cleared, I'm going to hit this thing one more time, hopefully no crit. Thank you, Ghost. Oh, we nearly killed it. Okay. Get in the Cocoon. Yeah, and after 5 minutes of trying with a save state and just repeatedly running at the wall, because I was aware that you could be in this state where you get into the menu and then if you leave, you transition to the next screen. I was already aware you could do that in the game. So I was like, well, that's probably what the setup for the wrong warp is. So I was just trying to do that repeatedly. And I eventually got it. I was like, okay, it is possible, and then I started practicing it. Okay, we've got a good start here. That Mardreg actually went in the Cocoon the first try. Hopefully there's a Heralco here, because I'm better at dodging Heralcos. It is a Heralco. There we go. I actually dodged a minion. Pick up the skeleton key. Yeah, to be fair, normally I try when it's on 9 health, or 8 or 7. It's sort of random which of those numbers you get, because if it's at 7 or 8, you are risking it by attacking it again. And those are the times that I failed. I've not failed whenever I've hit it down to 1. I just thought it would be more reliable to do that since we got it to 9. Because I think Levant's attacks do 7 or 8 damage to a Mardrex when it's on 9, unless we crit, it's safe. So there are 2 bosses in this forest, but we're going to skip one of them. We're only going to fight one boss. You have to go up here first, though. Turtle has moved out of the way. No, it hasn't moved out of the way. That's a bit sad for us. I could wait, but I didn't really want to. Okay, cool, got the escape. Now we need to do a wrong warp here. Oh, I think it's not right. It wasn't right, good. I'm glad I backed out. I find these tricky to just run up to them and get them. No, that's not far enough forward. This is where, like, most of our time loss comes into, is just getting this glitch to execute. Some of the spots I find much easier. This, I think, is one of the harder ones. Because it's kind of hard to see. Because we're so far deep in the screen, it's kind of hard to see where the transition is. I like mashing circle but not hitting it in time. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't think that's right either. It wasn't, okay. I keep turning around and it keeps moving me through to the next screen because of momentum on the character. No, that's not right. I'm messing this up a lot today. If it was right, then when I back out of the menu, we'll instantly transfer to the next screen. No, it's so hard to see. See, like that. That would have been the right spot if we did it then. Let's heal ourselves up, actually. Equip this. And I think we just go for it. I think we just go for it. I think I'm too far out, but we just go for it. Why not? Yeah, we were too far out. The time loss is big. But I think I was getting too into my own head about being in the right spot. We should be able to get there again without fighting any enemies, but we lose a lot of time. Yeah, these Dragonfly Forest Wrong Warps, there are 2 you have to do, and both of them I find very hard to get consistently. The Beetle Forest one and the Spider Forest one I can do both of those pretty consistently. But the Dragonfly Forest Wrong Warps are just a little bit awkward. This one in particular. Yeah. I mean, I'm often right. I didn't expect that to work, if I'm honest. I just didn't want to be in my own head just going backwards and forwards forevermore. No, too far out. Maybe right. That might be right, but I think it's still too far back. It was. Yeah, this was much like our... It seems like every other run I do, I'm alright on this. Like in my PB and in the run just before this, we got this almost immediately. Well, I say almost immediately. I mean, we didn't end up getting kicked out of the forest. We wrong warped successfully both times. rather than wasting so much time here. Because we should be done with the next forest, like, at minute 28, which is obviously not going to happen now. But I do need the practice on this wrong warp. Yeah. But that's just my own skill being... what's defeating me there. Nope. It's because you need to get into that menu before it starts transitioning you. But you do need to be close enough that you should start transitioning. Basically. The other tricky bit is I'm using an analog stick, which makes movement a lot less consistent. Come on. That could be it. We'll see. There you go. Only took a few tries. Are we still damaged? I don't remember if we healed. We did. And we equipped the item. Yeah, this run's almost certainly not going to PB at all now because of that, but... give me the sleep spores. So we skipped a boss and now we go straight to the boss of this forest as well. This guy can also very easily end a run. Last time when we struggled on the wrong warp for this forest, he just absolutely ruined our lives. He just killed us. So, given the problems we had with the wrong warp, it won't be the end of the world if we lose this run. Because again, I don't think it can beat PB already, because we messed up that wrong warp twice. Oh, why did you not get a double turn? He normally gets a double turn there, but today he seems to not want it. So he's gonna get two attacks on us now. And because we didn't get the full use out of our healing items, I don't actually know if we can win. In which case, run restarts, because we only get one attempt to kill this guy. I think we have the health. Yeah, it's good to know that's consistent. So he's defeated now. And we haven't used any minions yet. But yeah, we've lost about 3 minutes of time. Oh, great walnut. Last time we didn't get that. So we ask him about the calabash. He gives us some calabash powder and the key to the next forest. Well, he's just a bird man. I say just a bird man, he's a bird man. Oh, that last run was going so well up until the last two wrong warps that were necessary to win the game. So you have to talk to Gry about the calabash powder. And now we go right back into the forest. He didn't have 6 limbs. He had 4, well, he had 6 limbs, but 2 of them were wings. Alright, Spider Forest. There's an optional boss in this forest, And obviously they are optional, so we are not going to fight them. Gonna run over here, run up to this. Not mess up this, because we got a wrong warp here. That looks decent. Oh, we missed it. I thought we were on it. We must have been like a pixel out. Thankfully, like, we lose way less time when we mess up this one, just because it's right next to the start. The dragonfly one hurts because it's the furthest in the forest. Okay, let's see if I can actually pay a bit more attention here. Nope. No, that's still too far out. I don't think you're bad luck, dude. I just think I'm having a bit of trouble. Again, that looks decent, but the problem is that it's a very precise spot where I have to do it. Like, you have to start transitioning to the next screen before you start using the Hunter's Earring. Alright, we did it. Now you gotta pay attention to the colour of the snakes. They're yellow. We don't like yellow snakes, we want red snakes. It's an easy thing to correct for, but we don't have to correct for if they're already red. So we're just going to run past the red snakes. Pick this up. Yeah, it's all practice, so I don't mind. I'm going to be doing these runs every week anyway, so we're bound to do it right eventually. Now that tree has moved enough. They only move when you aren't looking at them. So the snakes so basically there are elemental switches in the game. So they're yellow, so they're air. So we might see them when they're red. And basically there's a minion we want to fight in the next forest, and we need it to be air. And you can tell if it's going to be air based on the snake's colour. If the snake is red, then that minion will be yellow. Oh, by the way, we're at the end of this forest. And you can see there's a baobab tree in the middle of the forest, which is the divine tree. I think canonically it's referred to as the divine baobab. Yeah, the spider forest is very fast. If you get the wrong warp first try. I have pretty good consistency on the beetle forest wrong warp and the spider forest wrong warp, but pressure can get to you. So anyway, we've now imprisoned, or attempted to imprison, the god of the forest and killed everything. There was a canonical thing for why we had a thing that did that, but we skipped over it by wrong warping. There's a lot of lore that we miss out. Right, so this is the first and only time that we're going to voluntarily talk to our wife. We are not a good husband. All remaining times we speak to her, and all the times before, were involuntary. I had no option. Alright. Talk to this guy. And we'll see what all the fuss is about. They are in the process of human sacrificing our helper. I'm still mashing it. There's no reason for me to mash X. There's no dialogue. I'm just mashing X out of habit now. Alright, and as a consequence of their attempt to human sacrifice her, she turned everyone to stone. Specifically, she bound all their souls to us. So every villager is now tied to our, every villager's soul is tied to us now, and they are stuck in the form of stone. And our wife has disappeared. Well, I mean, she protected everyone, or not everyone. She protected people from the sleep curse. And then the village priestess is like, now we should sacrifice this. We should sacrifice this, protector. They didn't actually perform the sacrifice. Grai did her own magic, which is why everyone's now bound to us, instead of being sacrificed. So now that everyone's been sacrificed, back into the forest. We're going to pop out of the spider forest and we're going to go straight into the next one. Snakes were yellow, so I am going to have to do a quick screen transition to switch the element once we go in here. So we're going to have to go here, and then I'm going to hold back. And then we're going to go back forward again. Yeah, it's kind of true. So we're going to run up to this. This is just going to be a liquor. Pick that up. Equip our new fancy armor. Use these sleep spores, which puts all the minions of the forest to sleep. You see, this is now an air elemental minion. It would have been red had we not done that little trick based on the colour of the snakes in the previous forest. I could actually look at the colour of the dragon, but for the life of me, I can't remember what the colour of the dragon should be, if it should be blue or green when we do the transition. I just remember to check the snakes. It's easier to remember. So we're using magic to get this Shulia to be very nearly dead. We're just having to tank a lot of hits from it. Yeah, just casually put everything to sleep. Only has enough mana to do that big electrical spell twice. And a nice thing about how levels work in this game, if I'm level 3 and I kill a level 10 with my minion, my Mardrag, bit of bad luck. You can get it where the Shulia doesn't get a turn. So we've killed the level 10 with our level 3. And the way levels work in this game is when you kill something that's a higher level than you, you go to its level. So we now have a level 10 Mardrag. So everything's all asleep now. Pick that up. And this is the only forest. Well, no, we will clear one other forest the correct way. I ran the wrong way. This is the first forest we're actually going to clear the correct way. Well, it's only busted if you know how to make use of it. But it's purely because that mechanic exists that you're even able to speedrun this game in this kind of time. So we're just going to carry on forward. It's a long old walk. You get over to here, and there is a poacher. We need to level. Is why. There is also no wrong warp to actually do it as well. That's relevant. So our level 10 Mardreg is exactly what we need to defeat this boss. So, depending on Mardreg's stats gained from the fight with the Shillia, you'll either have a good Mardreg or a bad Mardreg. A bad Mardreg will take 3 hits to kill this minion. A good Mardreg will take 2. Oh, okay. That's not good. So that's the first unfortunate block. I think it's a bad Mardreg. I think it'll take more than this hit to kill the goat. Yep, it's a bad Mardreg. That's gonna be a bit of a pain. So we're gonna have to heal the Mardreg, because the poacher's gonna do a bit too much damage to it. We'll get one attack in with Mardreg first, and then we'll switch to Levant to heal the Mardreg. If you get a good Mardreg and the Gigoat doesn't block, no, not Shab, special. If you get a good Mardreg and it doesn't block, then you can do this fight without needing to heal the Mardreg at all. So Levant's going to take a hit. Have to be a little bit careful with Levant's health as well, because we do need to hit the poacher with Levant. It will be a bit of a knife fight in a minute, but we're gonna hit poacher with our Mardreg a bit more. So, one more wind attack. Okay, it's time for knife fight. We will have to pay attention to Levant's health. I think we maybe would have benefited if we didn't do the wind attack. Maybe it would have been better. And just you did 2 regulars. Kinda hard to tell. I'm not experienced enough with the fight. Two hits. Just looking at this HP bar. I think we can get one more attack in without the poacher dying. I think. Okay, cool. Lance very nearly dead. And now we're going to switch to our level 1 water dragon. There you go, level 1 water dragon killed the poacher. And now we have a level 11 dragon. Right, we're going to leave this place. The only reason we're leaving is because it's faster to leave and come back than to run all the way back through the forest. So, hopefully, the Asher that was here, or the Shillia, can respawn and if it has, we have a bit of a problem. If it hasn't, we're fine. Because I'm not very good at dodging it is the problem. It didn't respawn, we're good. Normally Levant would be on such low health and we'd have more chances of running away. Or I could use a healing item, but I'd rather not. To make sure that you don't die to that fight. But since it didn't respawn, we're fine anyway. Right. Just running straight forward here. Oh, shit. Pardon my language. Hopefully we'll be able to escape that. There we go. If you run past that, you can get into a fight there. This is just a safety key. If you get good drops from all the bosses up to this point, then you don't need to do that. You don't need to pick up that key. But I'm not consistent enough yet to really know the difference. I know you can like look at the we got the Great Walnut from Kikinak. I don't think we got one from the Poacher though. And it helps just make our runs a little bit more consistent because we can buy more items. Alright. Only 2 more bosses now. Well, sorry, 3 more bosses now. You've already seen, since you were here, since you saw me fight the last 2, so there's only 1 boss left that you haven't seen. Yeah, if there was a way to wrong warp into this screen, then yeah, you'd have... Well, you may not actually do it because you need the XP from the Poacher to level up Arpatron. You may be able to use a Suave in the next forest, the Dark Beetle Forest, but I haven't tried... Yeah. I mean, I would really recommend playing it for yourself, for the, if nothing else, for the sake of getting the lore of the game and knowing what's actually happening, because you don't really get a great appreciation for what's in the game when you're watching an 80% run where you're just skipping absolutely everything. Yeah, I haven't done that many completed runs of this game yet, so... And I think it's easier for me to get better times offline. I just think it's better to do them while streaming. Finding physical copies are going to be damn near impossible at this point, if I'm honest. I don't know where you would even find a physical copy. I would say, like, the... Yes, yeah. It's not too hard to get your hands on an ISO file for the game, to use it with an emulator. But I don't actually know where you'd find physical... I mean, I have a physical copy. But you'd need a PlayStation 1 as well to play it. Oh, do you have one? Fair enough. Yeah, I guess I can just, I can lend you my physical copy then. Yeah, so we already get the blue orb, because that's the Ordeal of Solitude. Also known as the developers didn't put in a water elemental boss. So they just give you the water orb. There's a fire boss, an air boss, and an earth boss. There's no water boss. In fact, there are no bosses in the entire game that are water element, aside from like post-game mini bosses. And when I say in the entire game, I mean in the main game, I should say. There are 3 poachers. We only fought the 3rd one. First one's fire, second one's air, third one's earth, and then you fight the 3 elemental bosses. I have no idea why there are no water elemental bosses in the game. I'm of the opinion that the dragon you fight at the start of the game should come back and should have been water element. But it doesn't, sadly. Right. Ask about supplies. Sell everything we have. We want... We're going to be a bit close on money, I think, but we might be alright. Yeah, terrible water dungeon, yeah. Maybe not. Ask about weapons. Buy weapon. Little bird. Oh, actually, let's sell. Oh. Other. Sparrow's rough. Buy. Yes. Yes, I'll ready it now. Sell. Silver crown. Hunter's vest. Dagger. Okay, we nearly messed up there. But we can afford the little bird. And now we're completely out of money. No, we have armor. We have armor equipped. I was selling the one that we used to have to make up the difference in money. Yeah, the item shop is one of the things I'm not that clear on, if I'm honest, in terms of what you should do. Because it's what you... Oh, I missed a key, I think. Did I miss a key? Maybe that's why I didn't have it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Oh, I should be using sleep spores, but I forgot. Yeah, whatever, we'll make do. Heads all over the place. The shop confuses me and then it throws me off. But yeah, because it's variable what items you get up to that point in the run. So yeah, so now we're going to kill this fire swab. Water does extra damage to fire, of course. If you couldn't tell from the Kashidra fight. Elements are like rock, paper, scissors, but in like a clockwise direction. Hopefully that swab over here is actually still out of our way. If I didn't mess up too badly. Oh, I messed up. Okay, whatever. If I use the spores immediately, we'd be able to run past this. I'm expecting to get hit here. Okay, never mind. Game decided to be merciful to me. I should probably heal Levant. That's probably a thing I should do. We need at least 80 health. For the boss here. So we don't need to fight anything else here now. We just need to go straight for the boss at the end. So this is the rest of the beetle forest that we skipped last time by just going straight to the end. The reason we don't do the same skip again is because the room in question doesn't exist in this version of the forest. Yeah, just a little wounded. 80 should be fine. If you want to be safe from like crit strats where you just like die to a critical hit, then you can wrong warp here to save some time, but I'm very bad at that wrong warp, and I don't want to run through the beetle forest again. So I would I prefer my odds of escaping from this enemy than attempting the wrong warp currently. Like, I prefer my odds for that. It's faster to do the wrong warp if you get it set up right. Just because battles take a little while. You can just go straight past this thing. Arbitron should be in perfectly good health because we ran away from a thing. Alright, and now our tutor character is filled with anger, which is the red orb, the ordeal of, what is it? Ordeal of, I don't remember what the word they uses, but it represents anger. There is a wind boss. We will not fight them, and they represent jealousy. And then Earth represents doubt. So we use this Mirror of Deva on Arbitron. The mirror protects from status conditions. Because the Fire Boss has a minion which can inflict poison damage. We should get a turn here. And now, if this is anything like my previous runs, Tuturis is going to get a turn, then we're going to get 2 turns. So there's his poison tail. See the yellow thing? That means it protected us from it. That did a lot of damage. That did a lot of damage. So we want him to use fire magic. Oh man. Oh, okay. Okay, it's gonna be like that, is it? I've had pretty bad luck with Tuturis in the past, and he does not seem to be wanting to be friendly to us. I probably should have used a different liquor. Oh, okay, Levant's poisoned. We are faster than Tuturis. So currently we've seen Tuturis do Poison Tail 3 times in a row. He has 1/3 chance to use Poison Tail, but we have to hit him with 6 water attacks to kill him. That's Mana Drain, which is also not good. We don't like to see that either. We want him to use fire. Oh no, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Oh, what do I do now? Okay. Poison Tail, we have... That's the last of our protection. I'm just trying to get enough mana to use 1 water attack more. There's the fire magic attack. Tuturis is a difficult boss, if you couldn't tell, for this run. So he's nearly dead. Oh, but the poison. Okay, we're gonna have to change tune here. We can't switch into Levant because 2 damaged. We can't use Arbitron because poisoned. So Mardrag is gonna have to finish the job, and this is gonna mess up our EXP route a little bit. Because we want to kill Tuturis with Arbitron, then kill Fireboss with Mardrag. But Tuturis RNG can just force you to not do that. Oh, Mardrake wants revenge. Critical hit on the fire boss. We do need Mardrake to kill the fire boss, of course. There we go. We're gonna have to do one extra fight than necessary, because we need Arbitron to be a higher level. And we didn't get a 10 die. Bad luck. Yeah. So I have terrible Tuturis luck. In my personal opinion. Well, to be fair, it's hard to get good Tuturis luck. Because there are 2 attacks that you don't really want to see that you can do. You want him to do fire magic attack like 5 times in a row and then he's easy. But Poison Tails and Mana Drain can really ruin your run. In terms of planned route. So our options here... Our minions are going to get healed by... In fact, no, our minions are going to get healed because we have to run from 3 fights. So I don't need to worry about that. I do need to heal Levant. So we're going to run around this. Go straight into here again. And this is just about where you joined during the previous run. Except I was messing up wrong warps. That's the only difference. I was just messing up wrong warps repeatedly. Dragonfly Forest is the bane of my existence. Alright. Heal Levant. Use Sleep Spores. Our minions heal between fights. They get a quarter of their health and mana back every time you're in a fight and the fight ends. So now we have to just rely on escapes. Okay, we got 1. There are 5 escapes that are going to have to happen, most likely. There is a way to make it only 4. I think. Not sure on that, actually. Oh, we can't dodge this. Yeah, they're frogbirds. They're very strong frogbirds. They're very scary frogbirds. They have very high magic damage. Okay, we failed to escape, so we're going to take a hit here. Please let us run. Thank you. I appreciate that. You can see our minions have nearly fully healed as a consequence of us just running from fights. Yeah, a little bit scary. Not as bad as Tuturis, or the clown that's in charge of Tuturis. Alright, last fight we have to run from. In this forest, this section. We still have that one extra fight we have to do. In order to get Arbitron to the right level, because Arbitron's under-leveled right now, because they'd both be at 15 if they'd one killed Tuturis, the other kills Fireboss. And this is the other wrong warp that always ruins me. Nope. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think if I think the intended children audience, if that was the plan, you know, would have nightmares from playing the game rather than the cute Pokemon. You can absolutely see where it failed to compete on that market, but I think it was aimed at like older children or like teenagers. I don't know what the rating of the game is in terms of who's supposed to be allowed to play it. I keep messing this up. There we go, that should be it. I think. Nope. Nope, yes. Okay, cool. So instead of teleporting to the end of the forest, we teleport into the next one. Okay, and it's Yellow Dragon. We want to fight Yellow Dragon. And we want to weaken it with the Mardrag. These guys do not have very good defensive stats, so this is probably the easiest kill we can get. So that should take it, yeah, so we'll get it 69, then switch to Arpatron and get Arpatron to finish it off. Mardrag will take a bit of a hit, which is a bit of an issue, but honestly this is the easiest way to fix this, to set up this fight, this level. Oh, it lived at 6? And it has enough mana to do another one, that's the problem. That's fine, we have heals. We have healing items. Alright, so Arpatron goes to level 16. And that was yellow when we came in, so it's yellow right now. I think that's too far back still. Yeah, cool. Nope, okay. So now it would be green. Oh, it respawned. That's nice. That's helpful for me to... I don't have to remember as hard, I can just look at the dragon. That's way too early. Way too early. Yeah, the dog's... he's doing his best. But he's not very powerful, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't think so. Don't think so either. No, that was right. Yeah, these wrong warps are very precise. This isn't as bad as the Dragonfly Forest one, though. That first Dragonfly Forest one is the worst, by a long shot. But I'm a bit overly cautious on this one, because if you get it wrong, then you have to do the one that was just before, again, every time you mess this one up. And I think I did. Music not changing? Okay, we're good. I'm gonna heal... Okay, I can do this. Heal the Mardrag. And then heal... So I'm not sure what that last sentence was, the last few words of that. Or, oh, appreciate, I'm assuming that is. The NTSC runners are pretty consistent on their wrong warps. Right, yeah. Yeah, the NTSC runners are very good at doing it consistently. So I'm sure that would translate for them if they tried it. spiral blocking me. Come on, Arpatron, you can do it. Two to 8, yeah, we can get another attack in. Oh, come on, Arpatron. Arpatron, that was the one thing you weren't meant to do. You aren't meant to crit on that one, Arpatron. Now Mardreg's not high enough level. Look what you've done. I need Mardreg to be level 18 to take down Delpha now. Which means I need the Mardreg to get the kill on the spiral. Arpatron can catch up from fighting the Earth boss. That's like the one time where you can get a crit in this game and you don't want it. Well, because it critical hit, so Arpatron got the kill, so the EXP went to Arpatron. And we need a level 18 Mardreg for Delpha now. But because it didn't kill the spiral, it only went to level 17. Arpatron being level 18 doesn't really make that much difference, because it'll fight the Earth boss and go to level 20 or something. Anyway. And now this level may make it harder for me to get the Mardreg to get the kill, because the attack does too much damage. Because I can't normally use 2 water attacks, then you switch to Mardreg, Mardreg finishes it off. But because Arpatron got the crit, then that couldn't happen. Yeah, it's the one time you don't want him to get the kill. A crit against any other enemy, fantastic. Aside from Mardreg fighting Poacher, if he crits there and kills the Poacher, that's also bad for you. That's the only other time it's bad. Poacher fight in that one. But it's the only time Arpatron can get a crit and ruin your time. I could have fought this spiral, which is how you reduce the amount of... Whether or not there's a spiral here is... It could be the dragon, rather than the spiral. But you can have one fewer encounters if you get a spiral there, and that's the one you fight. So maybe in future runs I should always just check this room, in case it has a spiral. So like there's a dragon there instead. So we can't dodge that dragon, we have to fight it. And we have to run away from it. This is also a fight that can just kill us. But in fact, both of those last 2 fights can. Okay, we got the escape. But once again in this situation where we have to kill both final bosses in 2 hits. in 2 minutes to beat my PB. So we aren't beating the PB on account of those. On account of the Dragonfly Forest missed wrong warps. Followed by the bad Tuturis fight and bad spiral fight. So I'm going to predict roughly the same time as last time. I still think my personal best is easily beatable. Once you're consistent on the wrong warps, because then it's just a matter of getting the good RNG, and then you beat it. But maybe it's a harder time to beat than I thought. I don't know. I don't know how consistent people will get at these wrong warps. There aren't many runners for the game presently, especially not the PAL version. The PAL version's been a bit neglected. To be fair, mostly because, in my opinion, because the wrong warp wasn't done, or thought to not be doable to be consistent enough to actually get a great run. But I should think that these last 2 runs like demonstrate that it's pretty consistent to get like a decent run, not a terribly fast run because we still aren't You know, I'm still minutes and minutes slower than my PB, but... Okay, he's gonna stomp on us again. Let's see if this Delphin now knows any other tricks other than stomp. Extra turn after this next attack from him. So we should now get 2 turns. I have had Delphino has like terrible speed, but I have had Delphino block Mardreg attacks, which is very sad. Yeah, like I'm consistently kind of bad, but not that bad, if you get what I mean. Like, I get most of them first try, but it takes me a lot of attempts at getting the setup right. Aside from that Beetle Forest one, which takes like a couple, at most like a handful. The Dragonfly Rock Wolves are the ones I really need to practice. I need to spend some time with just a save state at those 2 Wrong Warps and just ramming my head into the problem until I get good at it. Because Arbitron is so incredibly overleveled, I'm just going to switch to him. If you get a good Delphino, you can get an attacking with Mardreg there. Which can make it a little bit easier for Arbitron. Not significantly, but a little bit. But since Arbitron's level 18 from killing that Spiral, I may as well make it take advantage of that. Alright. Always want to be careful on this one. Tendai, nice. Why not? Why not? Okay. The Tendai it drops can be used to revive minions, but unless things go very badly wrong, none of our minions should die. I'm kind of impressed that we haven't had my internet go down. Unfortunately though, I don't know if I actually have time for a 3rd run. It's getting pretty close to midnight now. Which kind of sucks, because we only got 2 proper runs. We had 2 failures and 2 proper runs, I think. Both of them had some problems. But we'll get there. I would like to beat my PB on stream at some point. that would feel quite nice, but I need to get consistent with those Dragonfly Warps. I don't know how much time was lost by the Dragonfly Warp, because we've obviously also lost time from Tuturis and having to kill that extra dragon. And that extra spiral. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I do indeed have to work in the morning, so I will probably call it after this one. I think if I didn't have 2 dead runs at the start, I would have enough time to get a 3rd in. I sort of worked out how long it would take to do 2 runs and went, well, if I... yeah, he's back. Yeah, if I didn't have any dead runs, I think I could get 3. But we had Birdman crit us and ended our 2nd run. So only 2 today, unfortunately. 2 full. So here comes Kashidra. Please stay in the earth element for longer this time, rather than one turn. That would be nice of you. We don't need a Deva's Mirror for Kashidra because it's the only boss in this half of the game that doesn't have a status condition attack. There was one for the Dragonfly Forest, but we completely skipped them. Oh, it switched to air again. Why can't you be nice, Kashidra? We also do have a bad Mardreg, so we may be relying a little bit on luck, unless Kashidra wants to stay in these elements for a while longer. Yeah. I mean, it can heal itself, which is very bad for us if it does. We don't like to see the heal attack come out. We want, I guess at this point we just want Kashidra to stay in fire. Just like stay right there, don't switch to use another fire attack. We like to see it. Yeah. Nice. Okay, Kashidra died in Water Element. So this is what we wanted to happen last time, but our Arpatron was bad. So it should now only take 2 water attacks if they both hit the Chosen One to kill him. And then time is called as soon as we hit that last blow. Okay, so that was about a minute faster than the last one. Obviously slower than PB, but we did do it. I think an element of that is the fact that we missed the wrong warps in a slightly nicer spot to miss wrong warps than last time. Because last time we missed 2 and then lost 9 minutes as a consequence, but we had a good Tuturis fight and a good Spiral fight. So we lost fewer minutes despite missing twice. Oh, the level cap. Okay, so the level cap is a bit unclear, because it's a soft cap. The highest level you can realistically get a minion that I've seen is about 36. I think the highest I've ever had is 35. Just because you have to kill so many minions to get to level 36, because the highest level you can encounter a wild minion is 26 in the post-game. But you can fight 3 of them at a time, which is the same as killing a level 27 and a 26. Roughly, like that's how the EXP works. But then you need to kill, if you are level 23 and you fight level 23, you go to level 24. If you fight level 24 and it's level 23, you gain half a level, and it goes up like that in powers of 2. So you end up having to kill hundreds to get from level 35 to 36. Like so many minions. That is just not really feasible. You're better off trying to get rare drops for stat boosts for your minions at that point. I'm still mashing X. The dialogue ended ages ago. Well, yeah, there's a post-game section where you can encounter wild minions at a higher level. There's 8 extra bosses in the post-game, where you have 3 water minions,
when the 4 divine barriers are dispelled,
2 air minions, 1 earth minion, and 2 fire?
usher in the time of gathering. Kumari and Kaya,
Does that come to 8? Can I count? Yeah, that comes to 8.
light and darkness, shall be released by the twin dragons of Kemu. The chosen ones of light and darkness shall meet.
Yeah, at that point, once you
And
have a
only
level
then
35
will
minion,
the accursed ones
provided it's
be
not
granted
badly made,
souls. And
because there is a
man
core
shall
mechanic
obtain
that you
yet
don't
another
see me
fruit
use
of
in this
knowledge,
game at all, where you fuse
but it
minions
shall bear
together.
seeds of responsibility.
And then they inherit the abilities of the minions that we use to make that minion. But you just don't use it in the any percent run. Which is why I want to, or why I've been doing challenge runs as well. Because those are a bit more involved with regards to that. You actually have to use that system to win the game. Yeah. And then the appearance of your minion changes as well. It's a very cool system. Yeah, I think the game's story is very cool, and the concept's amazing, the mechanics are great, but the story is a little heavy to compete with Pokemon. Also, handheld system versus console game, when it comes to that kind of stuff, probably didn't help it either. Yeah, if you get some time, I have a no elemental attacks run on the channel, which I have to use fusion to win. It's not possible without fusion, I don't think. And my minions look a little bit atrocious in places from the things they've been fused with. It's a bit of a long watch, but there are spots where I'm just capturing minions which you can sort of just skip over. Yeah, it's not a game it's not a game designed to be blasted through like this. It just happens that they put 2 minions in the game. Yeah, the really long one. There are just minions they put in the game which are just strong enough to clear the whole thing by themselves. Yeah, we'll have to go for beating PB another time, but this shows that I'm consistent at around 123, 124. Under 1 minute 25. Sorry, 1 minute, 1 hour 25. And I'm alright with that. At least for now. I think the best time I can personally get is probably around... Like, if everything goes perfectly, I would say, like, 1 hour 12. I would say. At least with what I'm currently doing. I am a bit slow on the combat menus, but I would say that's a realistic goal, 1 hour 12. If I can get those wrong warps down to just running straight into them, getting them immediately, then possibly even sub 110. Yeah, I think I'll call it quits there, since it is about to be midnight. I appreciate you watching along with me, dude. Seeing me fail my wrong warps. And hopefully we'll do this again soon, where I'll not mess up. Probably next week, just because I have a lot of responsibilities. So it's kind of hard to be doing... I can't really do this every day. And and up next is the Time Only challenge. I will use only the buggy boys to win the game. Alright. I will see you guys next time.